So what? So you leave Stanford. By the way, I love Stanford. Every single time I go up to visit my son, I go out and hang out at Cobb Field and walk around the track.
It's a cool, yeah, it's a
Love
cool
that
facility.
place, man. It's one of the prettiest campuses on the planet. So, so you leave Stanford, you have your MBA, and you decide to go out and start. How does it start? Like, how do you start the business? Do you start calling people? What do you start doing that gets you going?
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a question that you ask. It's one I was asking myself at the time too. Because what's funny is, the business schools, certainly the kind of the pedigreed business
Yeah,
schools, right? They all fly, I think, a little higher than I
yeah,
would recommend. And
yeah,
I teach at Stanford, I teach at Marshall, and that's something that I always, make the point of is like, look, you put out graduates who could walk into a large company at a mid-level and start leading, and that's
mhm,
fine. But if you're going to bill yourself as an entrepreneurial organization, you need to come down a couple levels, because the
yeah,
first thing you run into when you start to try to, form a business is, oh, I need some kind of an entity, right?
yeah,
How do I do that?
right,
How do I get pesky little things like insurance?
right,
Uh, how do I think about renting a space?
yeah. Hiring people,
How do I
right? I mean,
hire?
come
But
on, yeah.
none of
Payroll,
that, none
hello,
of that is
right?
part of the criteria, is part of the curriculum, right? None of it. It all assumes that you've already gone through all of that, and